In the pursuit of mental strength and resilience, the wisdom of Buddhism offers invaluable insights. Buddhism, with its rich tapestry of teachings and stories, provides a roadmap for cultivating inner fortitude amidst life's challenges. Through tales passed down through generations, profound truths about the nature of the mind and techniques for its cultivation are elucidated. In this narrative, we delve into 3 key lessons from Buddhist stories that illuminate the path to mental strength. First, the story of Angulimala, transforming adversity into compassion. The story of Angulimala, a notorious bandit turned Buddhist monk, exemplifies the transformative power of the mind and the cultivation of compassion. In ancient India, Angulimala was a feared criminal who roamed the countryside, killing indiscriminately and wearing a garland of fingers, one from each victim. Despite his atrocities, the Buddha saw the potential for redemption within Angulimala and sought to guide him towards the path of awakening. As Angulimala encountered the Buddha, he was struck by the serenity and compassion emanating from the enlightened one. Despite Angulimala's intention to harm him, the Buddha remained unflinching in his benevolence. Moved by this encounter, Angulimala renounced his life of violence and embraced the monastic life under the guidance of the Buddha. Through rigorous practice and unwavering determination, Angulimala transformed his mind from one consumed by hatred and violence to one infused with compassion and wisdom. He became a symbol of the boundless potential for inner change and the capacity of the human spirit to transcend its darkest impulses. Key lesson: Angulimala's story illustrates that mental strength arises from the cultivation of compassion and wisdom. By confronting and transforming our inner demons, we can harness the power of the mind to overcome adversity and cultivate a sense of profound empathy towards all beings. Second, the tale of the 2 arrows, embracing the impermanence of pain. In the teachings of Buddhism, the metaphor of the 2 arrows elucidates the nature of suffering and the role of the mind in its amplification or attenuation. According to this metaphor, when an individual experiences physical or emotional pain, it is akin to being struck by the first arrow, an inevitable aspect of the human condition. However, the way in which we respond to this initial pain determines whether we are struck by the second arrow, the mental anguish that arises from our resistance and aversion to the first arrow. The story goes that when the Buddha was asked whether pain is inevitable in life, he likened it to being shot by an arrow. The first arrow represents the unavoidable pain that accompanies human existence: sickness, loss, aging, and death. However, the Buddha emphasized that the second arrow, which represents our mental reaction to pain, is optional. By cultivating mindfulness and equanimity, individuals can learn to observe the sensations of pain without adding layers of aversion or resistance. In doing so, they can mitigate the suffering caused by the second arrow and cultivate a sense of inner peace amidst life's inevitable challenges. Key lesson: the tale of the 2 arrows underscores the importance of accepting the impermanent nature of pain and cultivating mindfulness as a means of transcending suffering. By reframing our relationship to pain and adopting a stance of radical acceptance, we can foster mental strength and resilience in the face of adversity. Third, the parable of the mustard seed, finding liberation in letting go. The parable of the mustard seed recounts the story of Kisa Gotami, a grieving mother who seeks solace from the Buddha following the death of her only child. Overwhelmed by grief, Kisa Gotami implores the Buddha to bring her child back to life. In response, the Buddha instructs her to procure a mustard seed from a household untouched by death. Eager to save her child, Kisa Gotami embarks on a futile quest, visiting countless households in search of the elusive mustard seed. Through her journey, Kisa Gotami comes to realize the universality of suffering and the inevitability of death. She learns that her grief is not unique, but shared by all beings who traverse the cycle of birth, aging, sickness, and death. In relinquishing her attachment to her deceased child and embracing the reality of impermanence, Kisa Gotami finds liberation from her suffering. Key lesson: the parable of the mustard seed illuminates the transformative power of letting go and accepting the impermanent nature of existence. By releasing our attachment to outcomes and embracing the fluidity of life, we can cultivate mental strength and freedom from suffering. Conclusion: in conclusion, the wisdom embedded within Buddhist stories offers profound insights into the cultivation of mental strength and resilience. Through tales of redemption, acceptance, and liberation, we learn that the mind has the power to transcend its limitations and transform adversity into opportunities for growth. By embodying the principles of compassion, mindfulness, and non-attachment, individuals can navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. As we integrate these teachings into our lives, may we cultivate the inner fortitude needed to weather life's storms and awaken to the boundless potential of the human spirit. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more great content.